everybody.
Hey.
We are doing our first car ride
Driving podcast.
So keep your eye on the damn road.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm not saying. The last time we were together in the car, it was kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. I think Gigi was hitting some curbs.
I'm a wild driver.
She's a wild
I'm a
girl.
wild driver.
But today, because we like to travel, and everybody knows we like to travel, and I just got off an airplane the other day, and thank you, my friend who picked me up, because my delayed flight by 2 hours because of all the storms back east.
You got in at like 1 in the morning almost, didn't you?
Well, it was late. It was late.
Yeah.
But then you just got back from Missouri.
Yes.
Missouri. So we want to talk about planes, because I feel like we've been on a plane a lot lately.
A lot this month.
I'll be on another one next month. But we wanted to talk about this. So what do you want to talk about first? Like,
I don't know. Where do you want to? Didn't you have some sort of something happen on the plane that you wanted to talk about?
we can talk about the people that we sit next to. Yeah, a lot of stuff. But Gigi, I will tell you, the reason I did not hire like an Uber or a Lyft is because the last time I had an Uber driver, I was kind of scared. It was kind of scary. I thought the guy was going to like kill me or something like that. And I didn't like that feeling of not feeling good about.
Were you by yourself in the Uber?
I was.
Okay.
Because I was going somewhere with my friend Sandy, and he had to Uber me up to her house. And then that's when I was going to Arkansas. That was about, I don't know, a few years ago. But that is why I relied on my friend this time, because the last few times I've been on an airplane, I went out of LAX. Me and my ex-significant other.
Yes, your ex-significant. Okay.
Did you say significant?
Ex-significant. My
Yeah, we went out of the country, and we didn't have any help. So we had to go to LAX, which already sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
LAX is horrible.
Horrible airport.
I hate LAX.
And we had to go to out of LAX, and we had to pay for parking, and that was even more horrible. It was like $280 for parking.
God.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So if I could rely on a friend to help me out, thank you so much.
Phone a friend. Is that the
Phone a friend. But yeah, that's my thing. Is I just won't take an Uber, and I actually have more experiences with Uber, but we want to talk about planes today.
Yeah.
So I'll go into the Uber thing the next time. But
Oh, sorry if you guys can hear the music. I'm turning the music down. We got Duran Duran playing.
Duran Duran. I love Duran Duran.
Yeah, we just talked about this on a podcast a while ago. My partner and I went to see Duran Duran recently.
Yeah, jealous. I love them. I saw them many, many years ago.
Love them.
What other things should we talk about with airplanes? Because I did have a really horrible experience because I took a red eye.
Oh.
And the only reason I took a red eye is because my friend said, make sure you're here on this morning. So we have the whole day. And I flew from Ontario to Asheville, North Carolina. And my friends picked me up that morning, my most amazing friends in Virginia. And that red eye was absolutely horrible. I feel like I'm still trying to recoup from that. I sat in the middle of two people, and they keep all the lights out at night, and I was like one of two people that had our lights on for the whole duration, pretty much, because I was doing my Bible study, and the guy across from me was reading like a Civil War magazine or something. So it was just us two on this huge flight, and the girl next to me, she smelled like garlic, okay? She was a young girl. She never had to get up, so it was kind of awesome. But she got into the row, and as soon as she started getting in, I'm like, oh, gosh, please don't tell me she's sitting next to me. And she smelled like garlic, and it was horrible 4.5 hours on a plane with the garlic girl next to me. So I feel like people do stuff like that on purpose.
Maybe. That's not
I
good.
don't know.
Maybe it could be their cuisine that they normally eat, like their, I don't know.
No.
I haven't sat next to a stinky person on the plane, so I can't speak to that. But I know that can be uncomfortable. I'll tell you my experience.
Yeah,
but
tell me.
You You want to hear my experience?
Yeah, I'm done with the red eye spray. I'll just never take another red eye. That's all
I
I'm
actually
saying.
didn't mind when I went to Europe recently, a couple years ago. We took a red light.
A red light?
A red light, yes, red light. We flew into Atlanta, and then we took the red eye from Atlanta over to Rome. And that actually wasn't bad, because we slept all the way across the Atlantic, which was great.
I can't
So,
on a plane.
I liked it. Well, hey, take some drugs. I can't take
What?
Take some drugs, help you sleep. I
Like
didn't.
what?
I didn't. I just
What
slept.
kind of drugs?
Like, I don't know, they say Vicodin or something, or,
Vicodin?
Yeah, some kind of, like, narcotic that'll knock you out, maybe.
Vicodin. Isn't Vicodin,
That's like an old school drug, I think. I don't take any
I don't
medications
know.
like that, so I don't know. Norco, that's another one, Norco. How do I know this stuff? I just know. Just because I don't do drugs doesn't mean I don't know lots of people who do. So,
you know a lot about drugs.
I do, because I've just grown up around it my whole life. But, yeah, I'm always talking about my late husband. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's okay.
I know. We were on a plane. Where were we going? His family is originally from back east, and we were going back east to visit his family, and we were on a plane, and he was sitting in a chair, and the person behind him kept bumping his seat, hitting his seat, bumping his seat, bumping his seat. Now, you think that might be a little kid, right?
Oh, I hate that.
Yes, you would think it's a little kid kicking or whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
a little kid. This was a grown-ass person. And so
Did you say anything?
well, he was the nice guy. He wouldn't say anything. And I said, you know what, just switch seats with me. And he didn't want to, because he knows. he knows.
Then you're going to get
I'm
into
like,
a fight?
yes.
A plane fight. Instead of a bar fight, it's going to be a plane
Yes.
fight.
So
Yeah.
he told me, he said he'll switch, but just to not, just to stay cool, whatever. And I said, I will, no problem. 20 minutes into it, I turned around and I started screaming at the lady. I'm surprised I didn't.
She did it on purpose, huh?
I don't know. I don't know. But I started screaming at her, going crazy. I'm surprised they didn't kick us off the flight. I'm so surprised. I Karen'd on this lady.
I would have liked to have seen that one.
But yeah, so she looked at me like a deer in the headlights, eyes huge, looking at me like, oh my gosh, this crazy lady is screaming at me.
Did she stop?
She did stop. She actually did stop.
See, it just took your big
She
mouth to say
did,
something.
yes, she did stop.
I don't like people that recline their seats, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like people that recline their seats. There's already no leg room. There's already no room. And then when people are reclining,
They're in
it's like
your
an
face.
extra, like, I mean, no offense, but I don't recline my seat ever.
I don't either.
I try to be respectful. This one big guy reclined his seat on my way back, and I was like, come on. And the guy, the stewardess guy, I don't know what they call them, is a
Flight
female-
attendant. Flight attendant.
Flight attendant. Sorry, I guess that's like
That's
the
gender neutral. Flight attendant.
So the flight attendant, this amazing guy, he every time they would pass out with the snacks, he was like just kept throwing them at me. I think he knew that.
For real?
Yeah, he kept saying, "Here, I could do this all day." Hey, oh, keep your eye on the road. We don't want to crash. Can you imagine if we were doing a live? But yeah, he just kept tossing at me. I must look like I just love snacks.
That, or maybe he was trying to butter you up. Hey,
He
did you get
was
his
a-
number?
What? What?
That was an opportunity. He was
Get a
like,
phone number?
giving
No,
you
I'm-
snacks, trying to feed you, entice you, lure you.
That's what I think a girl is supposed to find a man by feeding him, right? Isn't that what they say? A way through a man's heart
I guess, but
is through his
aren't
stomach.
men providers? Like, he was providing for you. He was giving you.
He was providing for me lots of chips and cookies.
Okay, so see, he was a good provider.
I don't ask guys for their phone numbers. I don't know how to do that.
I'm just saying, maybe, if you would have flirted with him a little bit and say, hey,
No, I don't know how to flirt.
I got some snacks for you.
How do I flirt? We need to have a. I don't know how to flirt. Like, hi.
You should have told him. You
Is
got
that a
some
flirt?
snacks for him.
Flirt, hi. I don't know how to flirt.
It always works to do that.
Whatever. Only you. Okay. But recliners, you guys, don't recline. And even the girls, I mean, there's no room to recline. So don't do it. You know what I mean? I just say don't do it.
I know
And
it
then-
sucks to be stuck on a plane for hours.
It is, but, and then the whole kicking of the seat, I understand. I have people kicking my seat, but it's because they're adjusting.
Accidentally, yeah.
Or they're
occasionally.
taking stuff out of the back of the seat,
Right.
like their water bottle or whatever, because that's technically where your storage is when you're on an airplane, right?
Yes.
Um,
Yeah,
I
and
will tell
periodically-
you though, what do you usually fly?
I fly everything. I
Okay.
literally fly everything. Delta.
Let's
I
talk
flew
about
across
this.
the ocean on Delta, and that was
You
actually
flew
really
across
great.
the ocean?
I flew across the ocean on Delta. Yes, and they did a
Okay, Amelia
yes.
Earhart.
Well, yeah, and then my son works for United. My son is a jet mechanic.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about his safety rules.
Oh yeah, something that my son told me about on the plane when they tell you that you're supposed to like duck and put your head in between down by your
Do
two
they still
knees.
tell you to do that?
I don't know, but I think it's in the little brochure.
I got hair in my mouth.
mouth.
Yeah, it's like they don't. Oh, duck it.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, people. Come on. Like, it's a plane.
True.
If you're gonna go down, you're probably gonna die. Just go with it. Pray that you're gonna get to heaven,
I guess.
and that you made no mistakes in your life to get there.
I guess. But my son said, because of the impact, if to do that, your spine will go through your neck. So,
Yikes.
So I don't know, and this is coming from my jet mechanic son. We talked in another podcast. He was in the Air Force. He was a jet mechanic in the Air Force, and then when he got out into the civilian world, became a jet mechanic for United. So, so he, that was one of the things he told me. Like, Mom, they tell you to do that. What did you do? She's over here throwing stuff around in the car.
My makeup bag all over the place. I didn't know the thing was open. I was actually just looking for my gloss.
But yeah, so that's something you maybe didn't want to know, but I don't.
I mean, I just feel like, hey, if we're gonna go down, we're gonna go down. Just, it's gonna be the quickest way to go. That's why I love it.
Well, since I've skydived, you fly down pretty. You go down pretty fast. So you probably won't be up in the air for too long. But yeah.
So I just took Delta.
I like Delta. You don't like
I
Delta?
actually like Delta.
I like Delta's nice.
I do feel like the first plane ride on that red eye though, it was a little tight. I don't know if it's because I was in the middle.
Oh.
And the girl that
wait, hi!
Who's that?
I don't know. They hopped.
Oh, they hopped.
They hopped.
Maybe they know we're making a podcast and they know it's sugar and spice. I'm kidding. That's weird. I didn't even.
You didn't hear them honk?
I thought I saw them waving, but I didn't know what they were waving at.
Maybe they know. Maybe I have a lowrider sticker on my car, and maybe they're lowrider fans. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe lowrider.
Yes.
So I took Delta. I really like Delta. The worst one I think I've ever took was Spirit. They were horrible people.
Oh, yes.
Only the pilots are the only people that I loved because they got me home safely. But I will tell you, those people at the check counter were horrible. And this is in Texas. They were horrible people. They were like, your bag is too big. You need to pay $100. I'm like, $100?
Yeah, they're bad.
$200 for me and Chris for my little girl's bag. $200 to get home. They said you can't get on the plane otherwise.
That's ridiculous.
What? Who are you? Oh, by the way, a whole family went in with their big old luggage, and one of the check counter people goes, did that whole family, like looking at the other check counter person, did that whole family just go in with the big old bags? Because they're so worried about me paying my $200 for me and my daughter to get home. Like a family of 8 with their roll bags all went on. And the guy goes, you need to go chase them right now. And the girl goes, I'm not chasing anybody. And then he goes, well, I'm not chasing them either. I'm like, are you kidding? You just charged me $200. You're not going to charge $800 for those people to take those bags.
Yeah, I'd be ticked. Spirit is horrible.
They were horrible.
Yes, my
horrible.
husband and I flew on him one time only, and he said it was literally like flying in lawn chairs strapped to the bottom of the strapped to the seat. We would never.
But I will give the pilot some credit because there was a little bit of turbulence, and there was this whole family that were just, I don't know, they were just loud. Okay,
they were ghetto. They were ghetto. They were on
ghetto.
Spirit. They were probably ghetto.
They were pretty ghetto. Well, what does that make me? I take Spirit.
I've been on Spirit. You can take, what did I say before? Take the country out of the girl, or the girl out of the country, whatever. You can take the girl out of the ghetto.
They were so ghetto. And can you see?
Oh yeah, I can see.
Yeah, they were super ghetto. And I'll never take Spirit again. But I will tell you that the pilots got us home safely, and so I give kudos to the pilots only. Only the pilots. That's it. But Delta, everybody was amazing. The flight attendants, the flight crew, the pilot. Oh, and I like that you can meet the pilots.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, only on Delta. I've never seen that on another flight. Oh, shoot. What the hell was that thing?
I have no idea.
Oh,
it's like a dead octopus.
don't know what it
Like
was.
an octopus is on the freeway.
It's crazy. How long have we been doing this? This is almost like a whole podcast.
Wow.
We should like do part one and part two.
We might need to.
Yeah, because this is like getting long. Let's do another 5 minutes because we have a 40-minute drive.
Yes.
We'll do the other 20 minutes. I mean, there's a lot to cover on airplanes.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, okay, what about
You made me think of something and it went out of my brain.
Oh, it'll come back, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Oh, something went out of your brain? Oh,
Yes.
On an airplane. I bet I know what it was.
What?
It was, what do they call that?
The Mile High?
The Mile High Club. That would be where her naughty comes
That is on my to-do list. I want to join the Mile High Club. So,
By the way, how?
what do you mean?
How?
I know. There's
How?
I don't
There's
know.
no room
No.
to get into it.
They're this big. The bathrooms are this big.
Yeah, there's hardly any room for one
No,
person,
there's not.
let alone two people.
Well, if you're merged together.
I've seen these movies where they've got these, people doing the Mile High stuff. And I mean, honestly, that doesn't even sound fun to me personally.
No, because you're probably going to get sloshed around with that blue water or whatever.
There's no water.
No, there's not. It gets all sucked down in that little...
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no. The Mile High Club is not something that entices me at all.
I want to do it.
There was a young couple sitting next to me on my way home from North Carolina, and they were like literally fondling each other the whole time. Like, come on, you two. Like, at least put a blanket over the two of you.
Okay, well, I want to know, do you have to go in the bathroom of a plane to be on the Mile High Club, or can you just be buck wild and crazy on the plane and that's still...
I don't know. I'm going to have to Google that. I'm going to Google that for part 2 because I think we're going to have to do 2 sets of podcasts.
Okay.
But what do you think?
Maybe we should...
Part 1, part 2?
We should maybe think about doing a live. I don't know.
We are going to do some lives next week. Now that we got more than 50 subscribers, we can start doing some lives.
Yeah.
We've got July coming up. We're going to start. We have to get caught up on some stuff because you were out of town for a week. I was out of town for a week. And by the way, something else we need to talk about, but I'm going to tell you in a minute when we get off this one. But
Okay.
let's do a couple more minutes. Let's find another thing to talk about.
Okay.
Snacks, food. What else?
Oh, I guess, I don't know. Oh, I have a little tidbit. I almost became a flight attendant.
That's right.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
She went to Texas for training.
Yeah, I went to get an interview and I got hired, but I ended up not taking the job because they only give you up to about 30 hours a month. And you do 7 weeks of unpaid training. They feed you, they put you in a hotel, they pay for all that room and board and all that, but they don't pay you an actual wage for 7 weeks. So I ended up not taking it because there's no way I could not get paid for 7. I got a house payment, so I didn't end up doing it. But a couple years ago, I got one of the airlines. I won't say which one, but I almost became a flight attendant. It's like a lifelong dream, but that I ended up not. I turned it down. And maybe I'll try it again one day because
I could totally see you as a flight
I
attendant.
love it. Oh my gosh, then I'd be in the Mile High Club with all the pilots.
Oh my god. I knew that was going to come out. I will tell you though, the food on an airplane, I've had it a couple times. I mean, it's kind of expensive. I just wait for the Cheetos or whatever they give you. But,
You can bring snacks on the plane.
I bring plenty of snacks.
Yeah, so you don't have to pay for their high-priced food if you don't want to.
No, it depends on how many hours you're on a flight though. Sometimes they feed you. At least they used to feed you,
They
right?
did on Delta when we went to Europe. They fed us. They gave us breakfast and lunch.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, because it was like an 11-hour
I can't
flight.
remember. I haven't been on a flight long enough to be fed anymore.
11-hour flight. They gave us food, breakfast and lunch.
Oh, but I will tell you on the red eye, they were really cheap.
Oh.
They gave us 1 cookie
Uh-uh.
and 1 Coke, and that was it.
Wow.
But coming back, whatever you wanted, they just kept coming up and down the aisle. Would you like some coffee? Would you like some water? Would you like another soda? Would you like some more cookies? Would you like some more chips? So, Delta, you rock. At least the second one did, not the
Yes.
first one. The red eye sucks. No more red eyes.
No more red eyes.
So, let's cut this one off and we'll start another one.
Okay,
We're
let's
going to
do
do planes, trains, and automobiles. I'm kidding.
Let's do it.
We'll do planes part 1. Planes part 2.
Transportation part 2.
Yeah, whatever. That's how we're going to do this, I think, because we have a lot going on. Oh, and 57 South.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we're already halfway there.
We're almost there.
Okay,
Woo-hoo.
we're going to cut this one off. I'll probably post this one tomorrow, right? Oh, by the way, just want everybody to know, I just got back from Tennessee, North Carolina, and Virginia. I was there for 6 days, and I posted little tidbits of things out there. So I'm gonna put those on my shorts for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I'm gonna pick 4 of like all of the ones that I did, and I'm gonna post those for the weekend. So enjoy. Okay, I'll let you go. We'll be part 2 next.